Well, good evening, YouTube. This is the Briar Squire coming to you from my cozy little cabin up here in Northeast Ohio. It's in the wee small hours of Saturday morning, and these are the times I like to come out here and sit and just be quiet, meditate, pray, think, listen to some Rachmaninoff, my favorite classical music composer, and just enjoy the quiet. Listen to the freight trains out in the distance, one of my favorite sounds. Listen to those, that kind of lonely, distant sound is comforting, at least to me. I enjoy it. So I'm out here tonight in my cabin. I thought, well, I'd make a video and do a couple of things. One, do a YABO, my first ever on YouTube, so we'll get that in a little bit. It's intriguing because it's a box that showed up today unexpectedly from the Main Street Pipe Company, and if you know my story from the first video, there's an interesting event that happened between me and the Main Street Pipe Company over a pipe order that I had made, and I'll touch on that a little bit more. But go back and watch my first video if you haven't watched to get context for what I'll be talking about later in the video. But first and foremost, I wanted to share with you what I did this week. On Monday, I spent the day with Master Pipe Carver Tim West in Columbus, Ohio. Drove down to Columbus. That's about two and a half hours from where I live south, and spent the day with him in his shop, learning some additional pipe making skills and watching him make a pipe, and then having him watch me make a pipe. Pipe making has been something I've been intrigued about for several months. I've been dabbling with it off and on for the last several months, trying some things, working through some issues, kind of developing my own thoughts and systems and styles about things, and wanted to have an experience where I could actually hands-on work with somebody who is a master at this and try to kind of cut the curve on some of these things, try to avoid some of the common mistakes that are made early on when you're trying to learn the craft. And so I did that, and I've been reading a lot of books, watching videos on YouTube, and I've learned quite a bit from that, but just needed to spend that time with someone who could show me some things hands-on. So I called up Tim, and he was gracious enough to extend to me the invitation to come down and spend the day with him, so I did. And the pipe I'm smoking is the pipe that I made on Monday of this week, and here it is. It's a little Cherrywood poker pipe, kind of in the, well, it's in the exact style as the Dunhill Cherrywood, a pipe that I've always liked. So holy smoking pipe Padre, if you're watching, here you go. Here is the Briar Squire version of the Cherrywood. Made mine a little bit redder in the stain. Since it's a cherrywood, I kind of wanted that, context of the color. And also used a amber-colored lucite stem. You can see that there. Really pretty stem. Beautiful wood in this bowl. It's a lot of bird's eye and flame grain. I was going to rusticate it, but when I saw how nice the grain looked in the briar, I decided, you know what, I'm going to leave it as is. I like this, and I have several other rusticated pipes, so I thought it'd be nice to have this nice smooth pipe in my collection. And it really turned out better than I anticipated. I was really very pleased and learned a lot in the making process. I think what I was struck by most was the simplicity of how Tim makes pipes. He four tools is all we use to make this pipe and the pipe that he made, which I'll show you in a moment. Of course, I had the block of briar. That block was placed in a clamp that was on a sliding rail system that was operated by a large lever, and that lever slid the clamped briar into a drill that was attached to a motor, and that's what we used to bore out the bowl and the shank. So the bowl was 13/16, the shank 5/16, the air hole into the chamber 5/32, and we had the uh, those parts taken care of on that one singular machine. It was an old machine from the 40s or 50s. I've never seen anything like it before. No lathe work at all. There wasn't even a lathe in the shop, so didn't see anything like that. We then took the briar over to the bandsaw, knocked off the edges, cut in the shank, and then from there went to the sanding wheel, which was a French wheel, with various grades of sandpaper that we put on it then. And this pipe completely was shaped on that sanding wheel. Everything. The curve of the upper top of the bowl, the shank, the working around the stem, all of it. The stem was shaped in, all of it was done on that sanding wheel. That was tool number 3. We then went from there to the buffing wheel, a series of buffing wheels with some very unique grinding compounds, some that I've never seen, ever heard of before. That had a really unique effect on the stain that we put on the pipe, and really made the grain pop. It's really neat. So I worked on this. This took me about 3 hours to make, and Tim watched me make the entire pipe. He stood right there, and at even points taking my hands, which I thought was really a great thing, and showing me the pressure, how it felt to him, how to kind of get a sense of what he was experiencing when he was making his pipes, so I could have a sense of how much pressure, the rotation, the hold of the pipe into the wheel. It was just a phenomenal experience, kind of an apprenticeship journeyman, kind of old school, back in the day approach to how to learn something, and I really enjoyed it very, very much. I learned a great deal that day. It was invaluable. I learned in 8 hours what it would have taken me 80 hours of reading and video watching to learn, and probably would have never fully grasped in terms of what Tim was showing me. Well, let me show you the pipe that Tim made, and this is an unbelievable pipe. This is a bruiser of a pipe. There you can see it. This is a big poker setter, as you can see, sets there nicely. Unbelievable grain on this briar, just beautiful. Very unique rustication because of the size of the pipe, and to work into the bark that he left on the pipe, which I thought was really neat. He put this vine, as you can see, that goes around the pipe and up even onto the bowl a little bit, and then put little grape clusters off of the vine. And what that does is that when you hold the pipe, it kind of gives you a little bit of purchase with a pipe this large in terms of it sitting in your hand. But you can see that fills up my hand almost completely in terms of the size of it. And I'll show you a comparison to the pipe that I made and the pipe that he made. Look at that. I mean, this is a Dunhill Group 5, the Cherrywood is, that size group. And then here's the pipe that he made. This is a bruiser of a pipe. He called it his all-day sucker, so we'll find out. And I've heard that smoking aromatics in these larger pipes is much better. It has something to do with the thickness of the wood and the dissipating of the heat, which enhances somehow, I think, the aroma or the taste of the pipe tobacco, the aromatic pipe tobacco. So I'm anxious to try that out. I learned that, by the way, on the Pipes Magazine podcast. Brian Levine talked about that recently in one of his programs, and talked about the different shapes of pipes and bowls and the effect that it has on the tobacco. I would encourage you to tune into that. That's a really intriguing program on iTunes, the podcast called Pipes Magazine with Brian Levine. So a little plug there. But great day with Tim. Check out his website. J.H. Lowe is his website. He is a pipe maker supplier. You can buy briar, tools, stems, a whole litany of things from him. I would encourage you to take him out, check him out. Delrin, rods, bands, all sorts of things that you would need to make a pipe. He sells them, drill bits, different things, sanding wheels, French wheels, sanding disc, all of that. his claim to fame is a round pipe, perfectly round pipe that he made, completely on a sanding wheel. It was the pipe, he showed it to me, it was perfectly round. I mean, if I had made it, it would have had flat spots and who knows what on it. But this pipe was perfectly round, had a hole in it, stem off the back. It was just perfectly round. It was unbelievable. So in any event, check out his website. His pipes can be found online at the major pipe uh, sellers online. Cup of Joe's, Pipes and Cigars, I think, smokingpipes.com. There's a number of them out there that you can find Tim's pipes. They're quality pipes, reasonably priced, fairly priced pipes made by a master pipe carver here in the great Midwest here in Ohio. So check him out. He didn't ask me to do that. He doesn't even know I have a channel. Didn't say a word to him about it. So that's just me being grateful to Tim for the time he took with me. Got there at 9, stayed there till 6, worked all day with him. It was invaluable. So I'm excited about applying those skills. I did make another pipe. I'm going to show you that perhaps later next week. A little Canadian kind of lumberman style pipe. It turned out pretty well. I'm happy with it. So I'll show that to you later. And not sure what I'm going to do with all this yet. We'll know. Who knows? We'll see. But it's fun and I'm enjoying it. It's a nice part of the hobby. So let's do the YABO. So like I said, this box shows up today. I didn't make an order. It comes from Main Street Pipe Company. If you go back and watch my first video, I tell a story about a pipe that I ordered. The order got messed up. The owner was very upset about the fact that it got so messed up, and he sent me a box one day, and in that box were 2 pipes. One of them was, excuse me, one of them was, well, both were Savinelli's, a nice billiard style pipe, and then a 2007 Savinelli Pipe of the Year, Volcano style pipe. Beautiful, beautiful pipes. And also a check refunding the purchase price of the pipe that I had ordered that he couldn't get, and then some. I never asked for anything. He just did that. And then today this box shows up. I don't know what's going on, so let's find out. Packing paper. Dig through all the peanuts here. What do you got? Oh boy. Well, there's a box. And apparently another box. Oh boy. I have no idea what's going on here. This is a Savinelli box. It says on the side of it, Virginia Smooth KS Briar Pipe 114. I never ordered anything like this. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. Look at this. A Savinelli. Oh my man, look at that pipe. Love it style. Look at that stem. Oh. Man, Joe, what on earth is going on? What is this all about? And there's another pipe. Oh my. This is the pipe I originally ordered. Savinelli Bing's Cherry Briar Pipe. This is the pipe that he couldn't get. He actually went out and found it. There it is. Huh. That's the pipe that I had originally ordered, but he couldn't find it. He didn't have it. It's got the little golf club and golf ball on the side. This is the Bing Crosby style pipe. Rusticated. Unbelievable. Cumberland stem. Oh, man. Who's ever heard of anything like this? I got 4 pipes from this guy for one order that got messed up. and I got the pipe that I actually wanted and my money back. Joe, all you guys at Main Street Pipe Company, thank you so very much. I don't know any of you. I've never even been in your store. I made one order with you. I'm not a long-time customer. I'm not getting paid. This is not a commercial for them. Unbelievable. Thank you so very, very much, guys. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Joe, I'm going to come over to Baltimore someday. I'm going to give you a big hug. I'm going to take you out and buy you a steak. This is unbelievable. I don't understand this. I thank you, Lord, and thank you, Joe. I'm very, very grateful. This is unbelievable. I can't believe this. What a gracious gesture on his part. Well, thanks for sharing that moment with me. I don't even know what to say. Wow. Wow. Now those are, what a YABO. They never even ordered this stuff. Well, I hope you folks have a great weekend. I hope you enjoy your day tomorrow. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy your family. Be grateful for the small things, as I am tonight. This is very neat. And it's not small in the sense, but it's like Christmas. This is unbelievable for me. I thank you, Joe and guys. Hey, well, have a good weekend, friends. I'll talk to you soon. God bless and good night. Take care.